We're going to be playing with the Pokewalker from Pokemon HeartGold and Soul Silver in this video. I loaded up my old Pokewalker with a new battery, but it doesn't have any Pokemon on it, which means a wild Pokemon can join to take the lead. The route we are on is Quiet Cave, which is unlocked after saving 100,000 watts after receiving the National Pokédex in Pokemon HeartGold and Soul Silver. There was a time when I grinded hard to unlock all the Pokewalker courses. The Pokewalker is a technological ingenuity. According to a study conducted by researchers from Iowa State University in 2011, the Pokewalker was one of the most accurate pedometers on the market for counting steps. The Pokewalker is the original Pokemon Go. Here's a little detail on how the Pokewalker works. You can send one Pokemon over from HeartGold or Soul Silver to the Pokewalker. When you do this, you also have to select a course for the Pokemon to stroll in. Every Pokewalker course has 6 Pokemon, but the game picks one Pokemon from each of 3 groups of 2 on the course. The number of steps completed each day determines which Pokemon and items are available to the player. 0 steps gives you Group C, the very common group. Typically around 500 plus steps enables Group B, with the uncommon stuff to be found. Several thousand steps in a day allows Pokemon and items from Group A, which aren't as common, to show up. 10,000 plus steps on the Quiet Cave course gives you a chance to find Spiritomb or Munchlax in Group A, Feebas or Chingling in Group B, and Golbat or Noctowl in Group C. While that Pokemon is in a Pokewalker, you can only get one Pokemon of those 3 groups. To try for another Pokemon, you need to send the Pokemon back to the game and then transfer a Pokemon to the Pokewalker again. This spreadsheet shows you the different proportion of the Pokemon I encountered while using the Pokeradar on the Pokewalker. Of the 25 encounters, 72% were Golbats, 16% were Feebas, and 12% was Spiritomb. Talking about random stuff while I battle Pokemon, Tutor story, that one assignment I marked. In university, I worked as a tutor helping with labs and marking reports for a semester. I spent many hours marking assignments and writing comments and giving feedback. There was this one report that I marked that incorporated a lot of big words. I ended up searching up a lot of the terms that they used to help me read their work. Like, on one hand, I'm learning all this new vocabulary that I didn't even know the English language had, such as absquatulate, pantagruelian, Lollapalooza, verisimilitude, gordiloquent. On the other hand, I couldn't understand what the heck the person was trying to say because of their obtuse language. That report did not score well because it wasn't eloquent. The problem wasn't the inclusion of big words, it was that those words weren't being used effectively to develop their argument. At the end of the day, I have to mark on your understanding of the topic, on the substance of the report. Sometimes it's easier and better to just use simple, clear language to convey your ideas. Internet preservation. I've seen people saying that once it's on the internet, it's there forever, but it's not true. If it was true, then we wouldn't have sites like the Internet Archive. In 10 years, a lot of what you see today will probably be gone. If you really like a video, a song, an image, or something, download it. Pokemon Leaks is free advertising. Before Scarlet and Violet released, I watched someone stream the whole game online a week early. Seeing the streamer play the end story against the professor, yeah, that influenced my decision to get the game. Watching the gameplay footage and keeping up with the leaked material, I thought, wow, that's a good story for a Pokemon game. Area 0 as a climax is so cool. The roster of Pokemon designed for Generation 9 is great. I can overlook the flaws and choose to see the good because there's so much the game does right. I like Pokemon leaks. With the 2024 Pokemon Terra leak, you can wait 20 plus years and never get this behind the scenes insight on game development unless it was leaked, or if you were an employee at Game Freak. If you worked at Game Freak, you could know, but you wouldn't be allowed to share this information publicly. Next up is some footage of capturing Spiritomb on the Pokewalker. Paying artists' story. I've seen a few comments on other YouTube channels where they criticize the creator for having sponsorships or some means to generate revenue. It reminds me of the starving artist's trope, like telling musicians that they should do it for the art, not for the money. But the reality is, people need income and financial security to fund their ventures. I once took private music lessons where a 30-minute lesson was like 40 New Zealand dollars. Minimum wage here was approximately 22 New Zealand dollars per hour. I talked to an acquaintance about it and they said they would never pay that much for a music lesson, let alone weekly. Was I getting all my bang for my buck? Was I getting enough value in those half hours for what I was paying? The only way I could justify paying the price to myself was to see it as an investment. I'm investing in myself. I'm paying for the expertise and word-of-mouth knowledge that you can't get online. To play devil's advocate, well, you're not paying for the half hour, rather you're paying for the years that they spent training to teach you in that half hour. A qualified music teacher likely spent years of their life, hundreds and thousands of hours honing their craft and practicing their instrument. They likely have a degree in it too. The music teacher, they have mouths to feed and they need to pay the bills too. Someone with a full belly cannot understand the stomachs of those that are starving. The real reason I made this video, I was trying to get footage for another video, but I got sidetracked with all this extra footage of playing the Pokewalker. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I will start working on the next video.